This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Good day, ma'am. My name is Eunice.
And I am Lester,
Bringing you
the news around the globe. The US Standard Time now is 7 o'clock in the evening.
And for the headlines,
US cities are losing 36 million trees a year.
murder probe after 39 bodies found in truck container in Southeast England.
Shell protests, presidential apology fails to quell anger as death toll rises to 80.
India's farmers are using technologies to feed more than billion people.
Expect Trump to fight as his life depends on it.
Republicans barging into secure rooms to stall impeachment inquiry highlights another wild day.
Trump says Iran, better be careful, as terror increases uranium enrichment.
Kim Jong-un says his relationship with Donald Trump is rational.
Sa unang kita ko pa lang sa'yo, namangha na ako ng tono. Kaya naman agad-agad kong tinanong ang pangalan mo.
Ay, ako nga pala si Luke.
Ay, ako si Francine.
Naging magkaibigan at nagkagaanan ng loob. Sinulit ang bawat oras na kasama ang isa't isa.
Oo, ba't ito yung bilhin mo?
Basta?
Pinapakoy din mo eh. Sige, ito ako.
Sige, inatan.
Ay! Uy! Alin ulit pala?
Nung dumating ang oras ng pag-amin ko sa'yo, ang sabi mo ay,
Ay, oo nga pala. Ano sabihin mo?
Bus.
Ay, yung pagkain.
Ito po yung order. Yan, tara kain na lang muna tayo.
Sige, sige.
Gusto kasi kita.
Hindi mo na ngayon, pero I want you to hit the man of me.
A place where family bonds together. A place where friendship lasts forever. A place where sweet victories are celebrated. A place where love and joy never parted. Mac Cherishers, available at 695 stores worldwide.
US cities are losing 36 million trees a year. For the details, come in, Angelo.
If you're looking for a reason to care about the tree loss, this summer's record-breaking heat waves from PM. Trees can lower summer daytime as much as 10 degrees Fahrenheit, according to the recent study. But tree covers in U.S. cities is shrinking. A study published last year by the U.S. Forest Service found that we almost lost 36 million trees annually from urban and rural communities over a 5-year period. That's 1% drop from 2009 to 2014. If we continue to this path, cities will become warmer, more polluted, and generally more unhealthy for inhabitants, said David Nowak, a senior U.S. Forest Service scientist and co-author of the study. Nowak says there are many reasons our tree canopies decline, including hurricanes, tornadoes, fires, insects, and diseases. But the one reason for tree loss that humans can control is sensible development. This is Angela Alvaro, 24/7 Patriotan.
Thank you, Angelo. Murder probe after 39 bodies found in truck container in Southeast England. And for the news, go ahead, Guerrero.
Residents of the English town of Greece 20 miles east of London, said that cars were broken. After 39 people, including a teenager, were found dead in a truck at Industrial Park, Wednesday Eastern Avenue. A street in heart of usually bustling industrial area was closed off after the ambulance workers made a discovery called police around 1 a.m. Police said that the container arrived at nearby town after traveling from the Belgian port city of Zeebrugge early Wednesday before it was transported by the truck to Waterglade Industrial Park. Police have not yet identified the 39 victims of their nationalities. However, a 25-year-old truck driver from Northern Ireland was arrested on suspicion of murder. Paul Berry, a local councillor for Armagh in Northern Ireland, identified the driver as Maurice Robinson. Berry told CNN he learned of arrest after speaking with Robinson's father. Police say a 25-year-old Northern Irish truck driver has been arrested on suspicion of murder. The industrial estate where the truck was found is home to logistics and courier companies, some of which were inaccessible because of the cordon. Dan Peters, a managing director of Peertech, a hydraulic maintenance company based on the street where the truck was found, told PA News Agency they were not able to open the business Wednesday. The truck was later moved as the seen by CNN to a secure location at Tilbury Docks from Grace to maintain the dignity of those who have lost their lives. This is Sofia Guerrero, 24/7 News. Thank you, Sophia.
Family ka ba ba? Punta na ako ah.
Kahit sa pangarap lang.
Magaling ka pala kumanta. Ba't di ka sumasali sa SEA contest?
Thank you po, sir, pero nahihiya po kasi ako. Tay, tignan mo.
Ayos yan!
Meron pang isa.
Uy, ayos din yan!
Kanina lang to.
Galing ah! Oh. Sana lahat may gantos. Kasi yung angkan natin matatalino.
Buti pa si ate. Na-appreciate ako. Thank you, ate. Siguro, umiibig ka. Di mo pinapansin. Nagtitis lang ako magbabato sa kawin dahil sa tingin.
At ang nanalo sa SEA competition ay walang iba kundi Santos Saman.
Ano naman anak? Galing. Salamat.
Tay, wait lang po. Alam mo ba, gusto kita.
Alam mo rin ba?
Wait lang, alam niyo na. Pero bago lahat, umawi kayo na sa Singapore para lumakas ang kumpiyansa sa sarili.
Sa Sidaporo, para masabi mo na ang tunay mong nadarama.
Naiiya lang ako, pero gusto din kita.
Gusto mo ba bumalik sa dati? Bumili na ng Chawach!
Chile protest presidential apology bill to reflect hunger as death by Rise 18. For more information, here is Zach reporting.
Protesters and police clashed once again in the Chilean capital. After an apology from President Sebastian Pinera failed to temper escalating levels of violence on the street, which has so far led to at least 80 deaths. Crowds fell in downtown Santiago for a 6th straight day, amid calls by trade union organizing for the general strike. Police responded by firing tear gas, rubber bullets, and water cannons at protesters during sustained peace actions, paralyzing large parts of the largest city. A national televised address explained that Pinera apologized for decades, accumulated problems, and announced a new social economic agenda. In the wake of the deadly unrest, its true problems have not occurred in recent days. They have been accumulating for decades, he said of the South American country of 18 million people. That the president promised social economic reforms to tackle issues at heart of the unrest, including pension raises, affordable medical insurance, lowering the prices of medicines, and stabilizing electrical. A demonstrator jumps in front of a police vehicle during the 6th day of protests against President Sebastian Pinera. But Pinera's address has done little to calm the protest, which began over a now suspended price hike for subway tickets in Santiago, but have since expanded, revealing deep-seated anger among ordinary Chileans, who feel they have been excluded from the nation's economic place. Many are frustrated over economical inequalities, living costs and rising debt in a country that remains among the most prosperous and stable in Latin America. Tensions escalated Wednesday when a 4-year-old child was killed after a person driving an unidentified vehicle rammed into a crowd in the San Pedro de la Paz. But another person died in the incident. This is Zach Muhal, 24/7 News Patrol. Thank you, Zach. India's farmers are using technology to feed more than 10 billion people. Shaina has a story.
Hundreds of millions of people in India depend on farming for their livelihoods, but many of them struggle with losing crops to disease, getting them to market, or achieving the right price when they do. Several startups are trying to change that.
Piggybacking on India's mobile boom, these companies are using smartphones and internet to help farmers grow, harvest, and sell their crops more efficiently. India is self-sufficient in food staples but faces a constant challenge to feed its population of 1.3 billion and rising. The country accounts for a quarter of world's hungry people and is home for over 190 million unnourished people, according to the latest estimates by the United Nations. There's a lot of financing and talent which is coming in this space, says Rikin Gandhi, co-founder and executive director of Digital Green, a social enterprise that began as a research project backed by Microsoft. The company started by helping farmers produce videos about the best practices and tips that could be shared in their communities, uploading them on YouTube and building a searchable database.
Thank you, Shaina. Expect Trump to fight as if his life depends on it. For more details, come in Angie.
Faced with impossible impeachment, President Donald Trump has declared Congress February to be a political election, and his press secretary, Stephanie Grimshaw, has called Ambassador William Taylor, who provided that these words are desperation. There are also some reality crashing that defies the fantasy and lies surrounds the world. At some point, adoption to life but the theoretical dynamic of the was turning every time their real life collided with Trump's mind. These figures are often found in when he should be guided by the mind. But no one is so devoted to a most persona who composes big kind of ethical reasons. Cultivate range of the president's action started to grow louder. From outcries concerned with the future of dreamers hung on the balance of contradictions of the White House policy and security. Children of ICU seeking
Thank you, Angie. Republicans Party is extremely fiery like important news from
of Florida. Barked into approve the position and demanded they are allowed to see the close their proceedings. Member of 3 committees plan to interview the Deputy Assistant Defense Secretary, Laura Cooper, as part of the impeachment probe into President Donald Trump. It delays Cooper's testimony by hours. The chaotic scene, with Republicans floating House rules to make a political point, represent a new and more confrontational praise of GOP attack on the House Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff on California and the Democratic impeachment investigation. Wrote Manu Raju and Jeremy Herb, a lot of people, including the Democrats and the publications, are using the term storm to refer to what the lawmakers did. But for me, that conjures the image of soldiers of the beach at Normandy. I like Barg better, even though there was apparently a fair amount of yelling. The image of Republican congressman storming the hearing also confused Republican Sen. He tweeted, "I was intentionally told House GOP took the SCIF by force. Basically like GOP version of Occupy Wall Street. Apparently, it was a peaceful protest. Big difference. I understand the frustration and that they have good reason to be upset." A GOP congressman involved in Wednesday protest told CNN's Dana Bash that the protest has been on his calendar for about a week. However, it was initially called as a traditional press. This person, obviously not an organizer, realized that we were going to actually go to the CIF. Trump, who was met with some of lawmakers involved in the protest at White House on Tuesday. They had advanced knowledge of plans to attempt entry to the CIF. A person familiar with the matter told CNN's Kevin Liptak.
Thank you, Sophia. Trump says Iran better be careful as Tehran increases uranium enrichment. Here is Zach reporting.
US President Donald Trump has issued a warning to Iran after the country moved to increase uranium enrichment beyond the purity threshold reached in a landmark nuclear deal Washington pulled out last year. Iran made the expected move last week, putting it out of compliance with the 2015 deal, originally agreed under then US President Barack Obama and 5 other nations. Tehran had earlier warned it would increase uranium enrichment if the deal's European signatories did not help ease sanctions on its banking and oil sectors. Iran better be careful, Trump said on Sunday, because you enrich for one reason and I won't tell you what the reason is, but it's no good. They better be careful, he said, before boarding Air Force One in New Jersey. Iran has long maintained that it's not developing a nuclear weapons program, and its enrichment and research is focused on non-military uses. This is Zach Muhal, 24/7 News Patrol.
Thank you, Zach. Kim Jong-un says his relationship with Donald Trump is special. Shaina has a story.
Kim Jong-un has raised his special relationship with U.S. President Donald Trump, with one of North Korea's most respected diplomats telling state media the two leaders maintain trust in each other. Kim Kye-gwan, a former nuclear negotiator who now serves as an advisor to the North Korean leader, said Kim Jong-un and Trump enjoy close relations, a statement that appeared to pin the future of diplomats' talk between Washington and Pyongyang on the two leaders' unique connection. "I sincerely hope that a motive force to overcome all the obstacles between the DPRK and the U.S. to advance the bilateral relations in the better direction will be provided on the basis of the close relationship," the longtime diplomat said in a statement published in the country's state-run news agency KCNA, using the acronym for North Korea's official name, the Democratic Peoples of North Korea. North Korean diplomats said they broke off those negotiations because of what they describe as U.S. intentions. The State Department disagreed, saying the two sides had a good discussions. Unlike his predecessors, Trump has embraced a top-down approach to nuclear negotiations with North Korea in the hopes of solving a problem that has eluded successive U.S. administrations. North Korea has publicly expressed appreciation for Trump's effort, but has criticized those around him for appearing inflexible. Kim said in an important policy speech in April that he would give the Trump administration until the end of the year. This is Shaina Moldaga, 24/7 News Patroller.
Good morning everybody. I will go to the wet and dry market and I will interview some vendors. Good morning. What is the product that you are selling?
The products that I'm selling is some medicines.
What is the price of your product?
The price of that I usually use is 400.
Thank you very much. Back to you, Eunice. You just have heard the latest news around the globe.
Again, this is 24/7 News
This has been Lester,
and Eunice, bringing you the latest news around the globe. God bless us all.